What's up, guys? Lightning Nova here, and welcome to a game called Chemically Bonded. This was not actually the game I was planning on playing, but I've had this game on my laptop for like a couple of years, and I'm like, I wanted to play it on my channel, and I just haven't gotten around to it, so I'm like, yeah, play it now. I should mention this game does have voice acting. So, okay, the character has two different voices. Mary's voice is on max. That's what I want. So, yeah. So this game is actually made by the same people who made Sounds for Love, so... yeah. And... yeah. So I just want to play Chemically Bonded, so, yeah. And I am wearing glasses, that's only because I have trouble seeing sometimes when I play, 1000 Lies, so... no one's in town with this game, so I'll probably wear my glasses when I play this game, and 1000 Live. So, hopefully it picks up the audio of the characters, so let's get started. This place, what does it mean to me? Am I tired of it? Around me, the motion of time continues in the same rhythmic fashion day by day. I can't. Is it ever going to change? Asking myself, I can only succumb to giving no answers. Of course, the answers are there before my eyes, those which watch them diligently as they pass without notice. I'm here for an education, right? Part of me feels that might be the answer. Following the same path as everyone around me, living life nonchalantly, oblivious to the outside world. Being a student, it's a life not many would consider special, despite wanting to believe so. But here, in this place, we define ourselves as individuals, a place where memories are made, where we form the bond with those closest to us. Is that what this place means to me? One could say that being here is what makes us human, coming here to be taught what it's like to have ambition, to find our dreams. I wouldn't consider myself to be one of those people. With no clear aspirations, finding something like that would be nice. Maybe in the end, that's what this place is to me too. We have to say by grade 11 we decide what we wanted to do when we grow up. That's what they taught us in school, because that's the kind of college and university of grade 11 and 12 grades to actually get up, whether you can qualify for your course or not. I just haven't found what I'm looking for. Write your full name on the chalkboard. Oh no. Lifting my hand away from the chalkboard, all that's left is my name etched neatly in white on the otherwise blank canvas. Being able to start again as a transfer student sounds like more than just a dream. Having the opportunity to make new connections, to make a new impression of myself, rather than having to be the me everyone's had a chance to know over the last 3 years. If I were to describe it, fun would be the word that comes to mind. If luck was on my side, who knows, made me a shy girl on the way to school under the guidance of fate. Or perhaps I'm just overthinking it. Something that seems too cliched. Not an anime, it's not. Nonetheless, standing here in the bliss of thought, looking at what it was I'm supposed to be doing, doesn't make my situation any better. Cleaning duty is something we'll all task to do at some point, but given the amount of dust and grime laced across the room, I don't fear the stories before we put much effort into it. We never had that at my school, is cleaning day after 2:18 in high school you go home. No cleaning day for us. The tradition, or more so, the will of learning life skills, seems to have died off around here. Maybe it wouldn't be such a pain in the ass if I wasn't the only one here. Crying out to the empty room, the delicacy put into writing my name on the board is quickly erased by the desire to get out of here as soon as possible. I would have finished by now if the person who had the ingenious idea to skip it actually decided to turn up. It's not as if they didn't know that the job requires more than one person. If I knew who they were, I would have something to say, but I'm not the type of person to go out of my way to confront them. That, and I can't recall who it was anyway. I wipe away the dust settled on the edge of the bookshelf, leaving the stray speckles to glisten in the now setting sun. Sounds of those engaged in club activities resonate from throughout the school grounds. All that's left now is to mop the floor, and my responsibility as janitor can be passed to an unfortunate classmate tomorrow. Perhaps I'll be lucky enough to have company. Weaving through the dust scattered across the room, the trip to the supplies cupboard is nothing but a short one. Swing the door open, the scene before me presents a sight of emptiness as I remain still, clutching the door's handle. At this point, giving up doesn't seem like a bad idea, but the part of me still engrossed to get the job done seems to say otherwise. I may as well scout for a mop and bucket elsewhere. Given the empathy our class has towards cleaning, finding a spare set in London wouldn't be a bad wager. I make my way out of the classroom under the assumption that the easiest thing to do would be to ask them this class, that is if they haven't already finished or given up. Much to my surprise, peering in the room seems to have paid off. Two girls make conversation inside, both brushing away at the remnants of the afternoon lesson, still chalked on the board in front. I head to the door. Excuse me, would either of you happen to know where I could find a spare mop and bucket? The question in itself isn't what I'm thinking dreaming asking girls my age. After a quick glance towards one another, only that they were conferring silently, they both returned their gazes to me. The closer one responded.
I'm not sure. There might be one in the science lab, though. But I don't think anyone goes to clean there.
Alright, I'll go check. Thank you. See? What's happening? Departing the two with a slight bow, I head off in the direction of the science lab. The subject has never been my strongest, far from it. But given that we don't do much practical work, I bet I wasn't the only one here holding a grudge against sitting at a desk just to trace the teacher's notes from board to book. I arrive at the door of the lab, privy to the sound of the footsteps seeping from the faint gap below the door. Unlike regular classrooms, the labs are walled off from the corridors of each floor, giving those inside a sense of privacy. Keep it in my mic. If there's a teacher in there, then they're bound to know where I can get my hands on the cleaning supply I need. What a delight. God, I keep heading in. Opening the door, however, grants me the slight I couldn't say I was expecting. Briefly blinded by the radiant sunlight flowing from the windows, across the room, a figure of a girl materialized as my eyes adjusted to the brightness. Adorned in a flowing white lab coat, her eyes intently studied the flasks and test tubes within the grip of her fingers. Her entire self oblivious to my presence as she focuses on what's before her. Resting behind her shoulders, her hair done neatly into a ponytail, blows softly in a draft from an open window. Despite opting for her glasses as opposed to proper goggles, she seems to have some sense of safety at least. Taking a closer look as I continue to stand in the doorway, without words her name makes herself clear to me. Kyoko Ishikawa, a classmate of mine. I don't know her personally, but I'd be quite oblivious to not know who she was. She's pretty famous around the school, being known for her intelligence. Enough so to top the leaderboards for every test, not just in the school, but even regionally. The more I think about it, the more it makes sense to find her here. It's not a surprise. However, with that sense of fame also comes a certain amount of infamy, given the number of people talking about her. Rumor has it that a few months ago she was caught cheating, but as far as I'm aware, there were nothing more than allegations. Nobody had a real way to get confirmation from her, but nobody made that effort anyway. She herself doesn't talk much, those naughty types of girls never do. I think she's probably just shy. After asking the prison door open, Kyoko's head turns in my direction, having not spotted me, leaving her slightly shocked by my presence. Perhaps standing here dwelling on her was pretty weird when I could have just spoken up beforehand. Now it just feels awkward. She looks like a deer caught in headlight. Speaking up now couldn't hurt. Excuse me, do you know if there's any cleaning supplies in here? She hesitates for a second, leaving her mouth slightly ajar, only in what I can assume is an attempt to search for it. Soon enough, she speaks up.
Cleaning equipment? You had me excited for a second, but I think there's some here.
I actually like her voice actress. I don't know who it is, but I like the voice. I can't see what there is to be excited about. Rather, I'd be kind of annoyed if someone interrupted me. She seemed to be focused on whatever it was she was doing. Experienced her by the looks of it. And why is that?
Nobody cleans her much.
No, I meant what was so exciting. Kyoko looks at me with a smile that's all too passionate.
I thought you were here to join the science club.
I'm not quite sure what it is she's expecting me to say. Right after this brief conversation, my image as a resort quiet girl has been completely shattered. She appears to radiate enthusiasm. This is the science club?
What did you think it was?
As far as I'm aware, what I walked in on was a sole goal of conducting an experiment on Lone Obstacle, not a fully fledged club. I'm pretty sure you need 5 members for that. The fact that she's conducting the experiment without a teacher's supervision, though, is more than enough to tell me she doesn't take the rules very seriously.
You don't look very impressed.
I can't say I am. After all, I came here so I can finish cleaning the classroom, not to take samples of extracurricular activities. That's because I came here to get a mop and bucket, not to check out the club.
Okay, I'll go get them now. But please, take a seat. At least.
To be honest, delaying my inevitable return to scrubbing the grime from the classroom floor wouldn't be such a bad idea. I'm gonna stay for a while and hear her out. Kyoko quickly returned, supplies in hand, along with a glum expression carried on her face.
I've been trying to get more members, but nobody seems to be interested. It's hard to find people who like science.
Out of the math. I mean, I took physics in grade 12 and biology in grade 11. Even though this is basically chemistry, which I did try to take in grade 12 as well. It's almost like she's trying to make me feel sympathy for her. And when you take, because when you do chemistry, you have to take WMS, but they never, really, they didn't make us do, but we don't get actually mixed up together like they show in TV. For her, I once thought to be quiet, even shy. She sort of seems persistent. The saying, "Don't judge a book by its cover," comes to mind. After talking to her, though, the image Loomis painted her as doesn't seem to be true. I don't know if it's wrong. That higher than you or people had talked about behind her back, none of it seems believable anymore. She's just a normal high school girl as far as I can tell.
Would you like a drink? The store is having a special, so I bought as many as I could. My bag was denser than osmium.
Her science joke, well, more a reference, is completely lost to me. Placing a small rucksack on the desk in front, she pulls out a can of soda from an unholy pile stuffed inside. There's no way that can be healthy.
This one's a drink for the intellectuals, the chosen ones.
I'm not sure whether I should find that funny, but Kyoko stands before moving her gaze to meet mine.
I'm not going to drink them all. I just bought them in case anyone came to join the club.
I appreciate all of her, but I really should get back to cleaning duty. Saying horse little, giving a look on her face, but joining a club late is my priority right now.
Please? I've only met one other person interested in joining, and she doesn't even go to this school.
Her eyes are masked with the look of sadness as they stare at me point blank. Saying so sad would be easier. Walking out at this point would just make me feel bad. I guess I can consider it. That should get off my case for now.
You'll try it out?
Sure, I guess. From that, her face beamed with happiness as her lips curled up into a smile. I can't remember the last time I saw one so genuine and someone so cute, almost innocent. I can't say I'm good at science or that keen on it really, but staying here for a while couldn't hurt, could it?
Thank you. I mean, welcome to the club.
I couldn't say that I expected this, far from it. From the outside and the little I knew of her, Kyoko didn't seem like a person to get this worked up about a stranger joining our club. Even though we're classmates, it's not like we know each other well. Having a way, her actions are charming. She really doesn't seem like a bad person.
Anyway, you were after the cleaning equipment, right?
It's not as if I've forgotten. Yeah, I should probably get back to that.
If you don't mind, I'll come with you. I'm supposed to be on cleaning duty anyway.
So she's the one who ran off. I don't know whether this is a coincidence or just sheer calm on her part. Rising from my seat, Kyoko too gets ready to join me in our adventure. She rests her laptop on a nearby desk. The two of us, now ready to make our way back to class to finish all the responsibilities handed to us, leave the room. Well, for the most part, the responsibility is handed to me. As we head out into the corridor, I accidentally bump into a passing student. I'm going about Kyoko's height. Kyoko herself takes a step backwards, almost behind me, as the girl in front now faces me with an irate glare.
How about you watch where you're going, will you?
Inside, I feel like I should be saying that too. Her head turns to face Kyoko, who has now tucked herself away behind me.
Oh, it's you. I'm sorry to have bothered you.
Darting her eyes back to me, her expression reverts to the same look of anger as before. As she walks away down the corridor, my mind wanders as a feeling of recognition floats about with coming to fruition. Bluntly put, I feel like I know who she is. Kyoko stands behind me, sliding out from the door and taking a step by my side. You know who that was? Nodding behind me, a downcast look coats Kyoko's face.
Naomi Sato, Class 3-3.
You mean Naomi Sato?
Mm-hmm. I don't really get along with her.
No wonder, I thought I knew her. In fact, most guys would be a crime doctor. Her name is around a lot. I'm fairly certain her name would top the boys' list for the most attractive girl of the year, and the girls' list too. However, whatever it is, something is clearly going on between her and Kyoko. I can't just ignore that, and perhaps it would be better to not get myself too involved. Both are well known around the school, Kyoko for her intelligence and Naomi for her popularity and looks. Anyway, shall we go into the classroom?
Okay.
Trying her hardest to regain her enthusiasm, Kyoko trails alongside me as we continue down the corridor. Me carrying the mop bucket and her striding along my side with a now somewhat relaxed expression. Whatever the situation is with Naomi, it's concerning, but getting involved is a different question. A short while later, after mopping the floor to an extent we were both satisfied, we stand alone in the otherwise empty but clean classroom.
I feel as if we accomplished something. Like an experiment. Done well.
I wouldn't know how that feels, but maybe now she'll attend cleaning duty as she's supposed to. Now that she's here though, I can't bring myself to complain. It was good to finally have company. Are you usually this talkative? I asked simply because she seems overly energetic, cleaning a grubby classroom. Seeing how she had acted earlier, I find it hard to believe she's like this around everyone. Especially for someone who doesn't talk much to those around her.
I've never really had the chance to speak to many people.
This visual novel will have choices, unlike 1,000 Lies. Just haven't read one yet.
So, Today has been fun.
Alright, fair enough.
No! Now's the part where you're supposed to give me your number and say a cheesy quote to make me feel better about myself.
I'm not sure how the warden works in her mind, but she looks at me quizzically before resting her arms at her side.
Never mind. But I am going to need your number. You're joining the science club, right?
I didn't say I wouldn't. I grabbed near my notebook from a random desk and tear a sheet of paper, only to scribble my number onto the vast white space. Perhaps I should apologize to whoever's book this is. Somehow, I can't help but feel that Yoko's been waiting for someone to join the club like this. In a way, thinking about it makes me feel sorry for her. And I am going to stop it there. I stayed really way in spot 14. So if you guys enjoyed this video, show, go ahead there, click that like button. Support the channel and let me know you enjoyed the content. Also, click that red subscribe button and join the Pride Army today. And I'll see you guys on the next video. Thanks for watching. Bye guys.